This is Becoming a Blockbuster YA Author, the series that will guide you through writing and publishing a hit young adult or middle grade novel, and will train your brain to think like a best-selling author. A lot of writers find the first draft the hardest part of writing, harder than outlining, revising, editing, marketing, and everything else involved. This is where you're expected to turn a blinking cursor on an empty page into a 100,000 word story. It's daunting, but it's also exciting. Here are a few tips that should help you get over that first draft mountain. Tip number 1, give yourself permission to suck. Know that the first draft of a novel is always bad. You're vomiting out words and translating your outline into a story, but it's not going to be polished. And that's to be expected. In fact, you shouldn't be polishing your words as you write the first draft, because that'll interrupt your creative flow. Just let the words come out. Don't worry about the exact word choice. The second, third, and fourth drafts are where you can edit and make it not suck. There's a great article on this by The Right Practice, so I'll link to that below. Tip number 2, if you're blocked, just start typing. Basically, if you're stuck, start free writing. Just type what happens next in bullet points, type a description of the setting, how the character's feeling, what they're thinking, what wouldn't happen next, anything. Just start typing and don't let yourself stop until you've pushed past your mental block. Tip number 3, write in sprints. Don't expect yourself to write for several hours at a time. Set a start and stop time and make sure you get up and take breaks. You'll write better in short bursts than if you try to discipline yourself and write like it's a 40-hour-a-week job. You can also use the power of accountability and organize writing sprints with fellow writers. Tip number 4, schedule time to write daily. Make writing a habit. Many writers find that waking up an hour earlier than usual and writing first thing in the morning is the most effective, because that's when they're least likely to be interrupted. Plus, there's something uninhibiting about writing when your brain is still partly in dreamland. Others prefer to write in the evenings as the day's winding down. You'll be surprised how much you can even accomplish if you dedicate your lunch breaks to writing. Try some different times and see what works best for you. Tip number 5, set reasonable but challenging goals. Some writers like to give themselves daily word count goals, for example, between 1,700 and 2,000 words per day. Others like to use timers to make sure they spend a set amount of time writing every day. For example, 1.5 to 2 hours per day. Try both and see which one motivates you the best. Tip number 6, try productivity tools. Some writers find it effective to download apps that help them do writing sprints. For example, the Pomodoro technique involves setting a timer to force yourself to work in 25-minute sprints with 5-minute breaks, and longer breaks every few sprints. I'll paste a link to this below. Other apps exist with creative methods to help keep you focused, like blocking you from visiting social media sites, or punishing you by deleting words if you stop typing for more than a few seconds. That one's not my favorite. I find it a little too harsh. Everyone's different, so try a method that speaks to you. Hopefully these tips help you get that first draft flowing. If you're taking our coaching program, we look forward to hearing about your progress on our next call and helping you where you're stuck. Maybe the most important tip of all is just to remember to have fun with it. Writing a book is a liberating, exciting experience, and you should give yourself the freedom to pour your heart onto the page. For free guides, worksheets, and to apply for personal coaching, go to blockbusterya.com.